Okay, I have completed it now. I am not very proud of this code. Uh, it's such a mess. Basically, so in part one, you're given a bit mask, and then basically anytime that there's an X, you just write what was originally in the string. But if it's a 0 or a 1, then you overwrite what was in that spot in the original input. So in this case, 1 stays a 1. But if, since we saw a 0 here, that overwrites this 1. And so you basically had to do that for a given input and say what happened. So the mask was always changing, and then it would tell you to do these instructions. You just had to sum up the values at each of the indexes after that. And then in part two, they changed things up. I feel like the explanation could have been better, but basically, yeah, basically it was kind of similar, except now the X overrides and the ones and zeros override. Well, actually, no, the 0 does not override. So see unchanged, it's overwritten, and if it's X, it's floating, so basically it can be any 0 or 1 in that spot. And so you have to basically modify all those ones that had X, like whether you swap them out with 0 or 1. You have to modify the table and fill in those floating positions with the value given. So in this example, you're writing to these 4 positions 100, but then you overwrite 2 of those spots in part 2. So you're overwriting 2 of those, and then 6 more of them are written with 1s. So that's a total of 208. And so the slight trick they had to use here was that the indexes get very large, like it was a few, maybe billion, so the trick is to use a dictionary instead of an actual list with indexes. So you can just say like, oh, and this position is this value, because they're not all used up until that point. So yeah, that is day 14. Let me see how I did on that one. I could have gotten better. Let me see personal stats. Oh, wow. Took me an hour and a half and I still placed fairly decently. I will take it. Alright, so that is it for day 14. Thanks for watching.